Hi, everyone. Harry here with a quick preview of what could be a messy hearing, another messy hearing, not quite in the same, to the same degree as the Fulton County circus, but that's going to happen in the courtroom of Justice, that's the trial level designation in New York, Juan Merchan. On Monday and Tuesday. He's devoted 2 days for it. And the subject matter is the belated turning over of a lot of pages, and you'll hear this number emphasized by Trump and company, over 100,000 pages that originate in the federal office of the U.S. Attorney in New York, the Southern District of New York. These were documents that the DA had requested, but not by subpoena, and the SDNY had held onto. And also then that Trump and company had subpoenaed, to which they did respond, but a little bit methodically going through some internal procedures. The name here is TUI, but you don't really have to know it. And then it all kind of broke last week with Merchan's calling of this hearing and Trump saying, we just got this stuff late. We need 3 months and you should dismiss the case. And Merchan has said, one, there are two issues that are involved, a simple one, and I think by far the more important one on Monday and Tuesday, and that having to do with how much time does Trump need now? He's gotten this extra discovery. By all accounts, a very small tranche of it, like 100-some pages, concern material that really go to his entitlement to receive for a defense. And I think we can pretty reasonably surmise that has to do with potential impeachment material of Michael Cohen, because recall the SDNY prosecuted Michael Cohen, thought about other stuff involving the whole Stormy Daniels kind of monkey business. And that's why they have certain documents. So they turn it over. But the real issue is and should be, the focus is and should be, how much time does Trump need now that he's gotten this stuff to really process it? And the DA came in and said, we understand he needs some time now. We recommend 30 days, which seems to me, for what it is, 100-some pages of things they possibly could use to impeach Michael Cohen, ample. They say, oh, no, we need 90 and you should dismiss the case. So that's the main issue served up for Merchan. The other issue, though, is he seems to be very interested in the sort of who hit John scenario of why these things are being belatedly produced, just what happened in the SDNY, and, is there something that possibly abridged Trump's rights? Now, that's a messy and I think probably irrelevant question. That is, I think it's very unlikely that there's anything that first of all, there's some very possible legitimate or, legitimate enough for the way government works, explanations for why SDNY takes a little bit of time, a few months to get things to Trump. But the main point is it's very unlikely to find that anything has happened that gives additional rights to Trump or somehow, undergirds a claim of dismissal or selective prosecution. Of course, he'll make it and stand up and argue. And yet, Merchan has said, I want up to 2 days for this hearing. So that raises the prospect, at least, of some kind of witnesses on the stand, aggressively cross-examined by Trump, suggesting that there's something untoward or something that has to be considered with the late discovery, some weird triangulation involving SDNY and the DA's office and Trump himself. I don't have great reason to think there's a there. And I would have thought that it would basically be tangential to zero issue. We just have this interesting piece of information that Merchan has said, I want a hearing to last up to 2 days. Will he put witnesses on the stand? Will there be a whole kind of side mini trial now over what occurred, and is there any prospect that how he rules could affect the timing of the trial. That's the main thing to be looking for on Monday and Tuesday. Who might be testifying, what exactly he means to do with this separate inquiry of how the documents came to Trump belatedly. Other than that, though, the real issue should be how much time does Trump need now? A straight back and forth, and I think 30 days should be ample. And that's the question for Merchan. From the way he has sort of handled the case to date, and in particular his prompt dispatch of a whole slew of pretrial motions, you would think he would be weighing in along those lines as well. But that's the thing, that'll be the main event. And then we'll just see what, if anything, comes of this possible 2 days of forensic examination of what occurred, and if it has any relevance at all to some claim by Trump for additional delay or dismissal, which of course he will proffer, right away and repeatedly. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.